Thank you for tuning in. Thanks for being part of our program. Here we are together again on the radio. You've heard me say on this program many times before that women are dream killers, and they're not only dream killers. As I always like to say on this program, they like buying fixer-uppers. Doesn't matter how much you love your own stuff, your own personality, your own characteristics. Doesn't matter how cool she seems to think you are when she first meets you. Down the line, she's going to have a mental list of all of your flaws, your faults, your inconsistencies. Things that could be so much better if only you would change. There's all kinds of things they try to take away from you. Your boozing, your pot smoking, change the way you dress, the time you go to bed, the friends you have. Oh, yeah. They want you to have a different job. I know a woman one time who met a man who made $30,000 a year. Now, this chick was easily a 9, close to a 10. Someone I had once dated. And she met a guy who made $30,000 a year. You want to know something else about him? He had no credit cards, no credit history, did not own any property, nothing. Now, this chick was used to dating people with money, people with celebrity. I mean, she was hot. And I had moved on, and I was with somebody else by this time, and she told me she was going to marry this guy who made $30,000 a year. And I said, if you don't mind my asking, there's no jealousy involved here. You know, I've moved on. I've got another relationship right now. Why in the world are you marrying a guy who only makes $30,000 a year? Do you know what her response was? He's got a lot of potential. Oh, they love that potential, boy. You don't have to have accomplished anything. In fact, I think women prefer that you haven't accomplished anything yet. So they can guide you, steer you, direct you, tell you what you should do, what you should be, what you should wear, how you should act, speak, what fork and knife you should use when you get there. They love the challenge of taking you, the boozer, the drug addict, the womanizer, the brooding, moody guy who rides a motorcycle and doesn't talk much, the guy who comes home late, the guy who has all kinds of friends of ill repute. And they love the challenge of changing you and telling you all the things you're not going to be able to do anymore, all the things you're not going to be able to enjoy anymore, all the things you're not going to have anymore. They love that. Love that. No doubt about it. Now, I believe if you're with a woman who's trying to make these changes in you, it's time to go. But I'm realistic. I know many men, if not most men in this situation, just kind of stay there and complain about it. They stay there and tolerate it. They stay there and live through it. Sometimes they change. Sometimes they resist. Sometimes they, quote-unquote, compromise. And if there's anything I've learned about being married, after being married and divorced 4 times, women love using that word compromise. You know, marriage is about compromise. I happen to believe, after my experience, that the more you have to compromise, the more likely it is you're with the wrong person. You know what I've had to say to women over the years? If you don't like the fact that I like going to hockey games, you're with the wrong person. I like to booze. Don't like it? You're with the wrong person. Jazz. I love jazz. I love going to the Hollywood Bowl and sitting and enjoying a bottle of wine, listening to jazz in the summertime. Don't like it? You're with the wrong person. Every once in a while, I bring friends over, and sometimes they smoke a little weed. You know what? Don't like it? You're with the wrong person. By the way, I once had a long-distance relationship with somebody. We'd gotten a job as a federal agent. And she knew that people came to my house and smoked weed. And she told me that that was going to have to stop because they would interrogate her about who her boyfriend was and what did he do for a living and what did he do in his free time and stuff. And she was under pressure to tell the truth about this stuff. So she said, there can't be any more drugs in your house. First of all, you live far away. And second of all, even if I tell people they can't bring drugs, how do I know they're not packing? How do I know they don't have them? Pills? You know, ecstasy? My God, if you're in the right crowd, everybody's carrying a little something, something. I don't know what they got. I don't know what they have. And what, people whip out a joint, I'm suddenly supposed to be like, a federal agent? Oh, no, you can't do that. Can't do that. In the entertainment industry, for Christ's sake. Even if I never smoked weed, you know what? You're going to know people who do. Yeah. Yeah, she was not only going to change me, she was going to change my friends and what happened to my house. This was all going to have to change. No. No, not going to change. Not going to change. Jesus. Yeah, they love to jump in there and start meddling, start tinkering, and start renovating. Love that. Why do you think they like all these makeover shows on TV? It's because that's what women like. They like getting the diamond in the rough and then polishing it. That's how they see it. I know that we have boys out there right now who are in relationships with somebody who is trying to shave off the rough edges, trying to change things that you've done your whole life, trying to take some of the fun out of your life. Some of you just stay in the relationship and continue to listen to all this claptrap. So if she's trying to change things about you, if there are elements of your life that she doesn't like, if there are things she's trying to get you to stop doing, I want to know what those are.
Tom Leykis. 1-800-5800-TOM. 1-800-5800-866.
Hey, Sassy, you're really cooking tonight.
I'm cooking with gas, baby.
Right on.
It's the Tom Leykis Show.
It's the Tom Leykis Show. 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. Sergey on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hello, Tom.
Hi.
Hey, first of all, I'd like to say I love your show, and I'm a 6-month listener, and all you're saying is true 100%. And I got married 2 years ago, and I had good time before when I came to America, and I got married here in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
And the problem begins right after that. I could not drink my beer. I could not spend my time on the computer after 8 hours working shift, something like that. And I just said, you know what? You don't want me to spend my time on the computer. You want me to spend your time with you. That's fine. Let's get undressed and let's have some fun. And she said, oh, okay, I'm tired. Okay, then leave me alone. Give me time on the computer.
I think that's reasonable. So what'd she do?
Well, we're trying to fight right now, but she hates my computer. I don't know. It's the worst thing for her in the world.
Yeah, but a computer is like a book or a newspaper. It's just reading material.
Yeah, I just spend 2 hours every evening. That's it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, did you give her the option of leaving?
No, I don't think this is such a big a problem.
Well, she keeps complaining about it.
I think we're going to work out somehow.
Because she said you're going to work it out, or you just hope you're going to work it out?
I'm sure we're going to work it out.
How can you be so sure?
Because I'm a man of my house. I know what I'm going to do.
Well, so far you haven't been controlling her too well, have you?
Yeah, well, guess not.
She's been complaining.
Yeah, what they can do? The women always complain about anything.
Well, you don't. First of all, All women don't always complain, and you don't have to be there, nor does she.
Okay.
She has to understand that that's part of who you are. And if she doesn't like it, she's got two choices. One, put up with it. Two, get out.
Yeah, I'm thinking I'm going to do it like this.
Those are the choices.
This is the only way to do it.
And it sounds to me like she's not putting out as much as she used to.
No, not really.
Yeah, well, you don't have any kids or anything, do you?
I have a son, beautiful son.
From her?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So now that she got what she wanted, got you to sign the contract, got you to have a kid with her.
Yeah.
Now you are financially stuck with her.
Yeah, for 18 years.
Yeah, now she's going to do what she wants. Well, you don't have to stay there, but she's got her hand in your pocket for 18 years.
Well, this is the best exit, I guess.
Well, you can always get out and just pay your penance and go off and have some real fun.
Yeah, because they're all fun here in America, in everywhere. Nightclubs, bars, restaurants, man.
Oh, I know.
I had fun for 4 years.
Here you are living here in L.A. Look at all the hot chicks all around you.
Oh, man. All over the world.
I know, but especially in L.A. For God's sake, here you are.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of, for immigrants, it's a little bit different than for Native American or for American people, you know what I'm saying?
You mean meeting chicks?
Yeah, because as soon as they hear that you're from Europe, from Russia, they look at you like not on 100% human, something like that. You know?
Well, you know what, though? It all depends on how you play it. There are some women who think that's really exotic and sexy.
Well, I kind of find out the way how to play. I always say that I have a very rich father in Moscow who pays for everything, and I'm just living here and enjoying my life.
There you go.
I fell for it, but 2 years ago I met my wife.
Uh-huh.
And the fun stopped.
Yeah, the fun stopped once you got married.
Yeah.
That was it. How soon was it before she had a baby? 3 seconds?
It was okay.
No, how soon was it after you got married?
Oh, probably like 2-3 weeks.
So she got pregnant 2 or 3 weeks after you got married?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, see, she wants to get her hand in your pocket there, Sergey.
Yeah, I knew you would say that because I'm listening to your show, and I just the only thing I hate about your show is you have too many advertisements.
Well, they have to pay my large salary.
Yeah, I understand that.
That's how it works.
This is the only thing I hate.
Yes, well, that's how they get me out of bed to come to work every day. Otherwise, I just stay home and enjoy my millions, you know, so.
Well, all I say is you're doing a very good job for the guys, and I love your show. I keep listening to you, and I always say to guys, listen to this your show.
97.1, yes.
Yeah.
Right, sir.
And he's telling the truth about American life. And I got like 20-25 people tuned to your show already.
I love that. And have you learned a lot about American culture by tuning in?
Yes.
And American women?
American women especially, yes.
Is your wife an American? Is your wife an American?
No, she's Russian.
She's Russian, too?
Yeah.
Oh, boy. Is she Americanized?
No, not at all. She doesn't even speak English a bit.
Really?
Yeah, but she's going to get to it sooner or later.
Maybe when she gets the divorce papers, she'll take some English courses.
Well, no, we'll see about it.
Yeah. All right, Sergey. Sergey, thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate the call. 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. RJ on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hello, Tom.
Hi, RJ.
Hello, Tom. I'm distraught. I'm distressed, and I'll tell you why.
Why?
Because I just got done with court today, the first preliminary hearing, and because I smoked some weed, and she was adamant about making me take a drug test right there on the spot. The judge agreed with her, and because it was dirty, I'm not allowed to see my daughter, and she's basically controlling the ball game for the next 15 years.
Oh, my God. Now, did you smoke weed before you knew her?
Yeah, that's the thing. Used to come home, she'd bring me my box, papers and the weed were inside, and she'd sit beside me, bring me something to drink. And that was kind of my routine after work.
Did she ever tell you that once you had a kid that she was not going to be accepting you smoking weed anymore?
Well, actually what it was is we had the kid, and then she told me.
Oh. So you didn't have a chance to get out?
No. And, of course, the right thing to do, people think, is to get married when you have a kid. And when I did that, I had no idea that I just gave up half of everything that I had.
Yeah. And then she gets to meddle in your personal affairs.
That's the thing, is that now, if I'm not clean, she can just basically take my daughter right from under me. And my daughter means everything to me.
Mm-hmm.
And she's got control for the next 15 years.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. And she loved it. I mean, in court today, she was just eating every second of it.
I'll bet she
like
was.
Like a dog in a big bowl of water.
I'll bet she was.
She was.
So what are you going to do now, RJ? Are you going to stop smoking weed, or are you going to just say, nothing I can do?
No, I mean, I've got to be able to see my daughter, so I'm going to do what's required of me.
Right. So now she got rid of you, gets money from you, and gets to tell you what to do. All of it.
And gets my house. Yeah.
And gets your house.
Yeah, we bought the house together, but the court feels like she should have it. And she's primary conservator, which means she makes all the decisions when it comes to my daughter.
Oh, boy.
And I get to pay her money to do it.
Oh. Now, if you could do it all over again, you wouldn't have gotten married, would you?
No, sir, I would not.
Yeah.
No, sir. And so that's why I'm listening to you these days. And like everybody says, you hear it. Is that I wish I'd have known about you, say, 5, 8 years ago, Tom. Well, I'd be a different person right now, that's for sure. I'm in my van at a gas station, and I'll be living at it for about a month so I can save up enough money to get an apartment. I'm
so sorry to hear that, RJ. Well, we're going to try to do what we can to make sure you don't get yourself into another situation.
I'll be all right. I'll get there.
Good for you.
Thanks, Tom.
Keep in touch, RJ.
I will.
Appreciate the call. Wow, 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 what a story. Oh. 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. It's Jeff on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hello, Tom.
Hello, Jeff.
First time, long time.
Yes.
Before we get going, I want to say one thing to everybody out there. 18 to 22 is what I am. When you listen to the show, follow the show. Don't just listen for the entertainment. Because that's what I did for 6 years. I had my girlfriend from, sophomore year in high school.
Yeah, huh?
For 6 years, I went out with the same girl, you know. I had a little bit of messing around on the side here and there, but pretty much the same girl the whole time.
Uh-huh.
And I followed along, you know. It started off, you know, high school, just high school relationship. And then I got to college, and then you start, you know, partying and everything. And it's cool when you start doing it, and then all of a sudden she starts nagging on you. Why you got to go out again? Why you got to go play poker with your friends? Why you going to the game? You can watch the football game here with me. You don't need to go to the bar. And I started hearing all that, and I followed along, you know, started listening up until about 6 months ago. You know, I kind of just had, like, looked myself in the mirror, and I was like, why am I doing this? And then I started telling her I'm leaving, and I just walk out. Walk right out the house and say, she'd be hollering. I said, well, if you're not here when I get back, you're not here. And, I mean, this went on for a while. It was just dogging back and forth.
Wow.
And up until last week, I got back from a trip in Hawaii. Me and my buddy went. We just graduated college here in Washington, and we went to Hawaii for 20 days. And then that's when I really got my eyes open. I mean, we were over there during the month of June when all the high school seniors on their senior trip, you know, 18, 19-year-olds just all over the club scene.
Oh.
And, we were actually working for a club over there. It's called the Sella Nightclub in Waikiki. We actually helped out working. We had a club night. We did a wet T-shirt contest on Sundays.
Oh, boy.
And the winners were coming home with us because we were the judges, too. So
how great is that?
We had the hookup in Hawaii. It was ridiculous, Tom. It was a real nice deal.
So when you got back, what happened with the girlfriend?
Well, that's what happened. We're on a shared plan for our cell phone. She got the cell phone bill. Who are all these numbers? And she was questioning me, all these numbers and stuff. And then I just said, hey, I was working over there, talking to girls over there, and then one of the girls lives around here, up towards the Kirkland area. You know, I'm down in, like, around Tacoma area, Puyallup. She lives in the Kirkland area, and there was some calls to and from me and her after I got home. And then she's like, you know, she sees that, she starts comparing the dates, and I'm just kind of getting pissed off. Why should I have to, you know, keep my cell phone on vibrator, hide my cell phone bill, and all that? I just said, you know what? Just get the, I can't say it on the air, but, you know, just get the hell. One of us is out of here. And so last weekend she packed her stuff up and she moved in with her mom. And it's just me and my roommate now, and it's great, man.
And you're getting more ass than a toilet seat now, right?
Yeah. There's so much potential out there. I mean, guys they get locked on one girl, and you don't, you know, they kind of push your self-esteem down. You know, they don't let you realize how like good you are and how good you can actually get it. I mean, there's so many 18, 19, 20, 21-year-olds. I go to, you know, out to the club, and they're talking to me all of a sudden because I don't have, you know, sand with me at the beach sitting next to me.
Yeah.
And there's so much more opportunity. You can have so much more fun. I mean, I've been listening to the show, like I said, a long time, especially, you know, commuting back and forth. I always turn it on. I'm always listening. And, you know, most of the time it's just hilarious laughing, and I laugh at these guys, and then I should have been laughing at myself the whole time. You know,
because it was all about you.
Yeah, I finally figured it out. I mean, you're young. Why you want to attach yourself to something, and especially, you know, telling me what I can and can't do. You know, you just move out of your parents, you get out on your own, and you got, you know, take a mom home with you. I mean, that's retarded. Get out and do whatever you want to do.
Sounds like life got a lot better for you, Jeff.
Oh, yeah, it's a lot better. Take me out old school side time.
Here you go, Jeff.
Tom Leykis. 1-800-5800-TOM.
Now, how old were you when she got knocked up?
I was 23.
You were 23. Hadn't you ever heard of condoms?
Yes,
Why weren't you using them?
because I was a dumb.
Yeah, well, truer words were never spoken.
The Tom Leykis Show.
From Los Angeles, the Tom Leykis Show at 1-800-5800-TOM. Thank you for tuning in. All right, you know, we're talking about all those things about you that your woman is trying to change or eliminate. Here's a woman calling in, Kristen, on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Yeah, hi, Tom.
Hi.
I was calling you just a couple minutes ago. You were talking about dream killers.
Right.
And I called in and I said I was agreeing. I'm 21 years old and my boyfriend's 24. He works for he's probably listening right now on his way home from work. He works for a major game company, video games. He does sound engineering. Huge. I mean, he gets calls from everybody every day to do work. And he was, you know, we got together in January, and just before that, he was planning jobs in the UK. Apparently, sound engineering is huge up there. And of course, now we talk about it, and, you know, he's rearranged his plans because of me.
Do you feel good about that?
See, we are listeners of you. You know, we always drive here and there, and we'll be listening to it at the same time. And I've blatantly gone up to him and been like, okay, I'm sure you listen to Tom Leykis, and you've heard of the dream killers, you know? And he was, yeah, and I was like, you know, I was like, I just moved to Florida from here, and I was like, I can go back to Florida and go to grad school there, and I'll move back, and, you know, you can move to UK, and I'll be fine. He's like, no, I don't want you to. And I was like, you know, we were just bad timing for each other, you know, just both of us, because I'm starting grad school now, and he's been wanting to move to, you know, Seattle or UK, and he's been getting calls from there all the time. He just got a call from Pixar for him to, like, all expenses paid just for an interview to go up there and see if he wants to work there, you know. And he was like, no, you don't want to move there. I'm from Florida, and I'm not a big, you know, northern state, the climate up there. I'm not big on that. He was like, no, you would never like the weather. I don't want to move up there. I'm like, oh, gosh. I feel horrible about it. And I told him, I was like, I'll leave. I don't have any problem leaving. Like, you know, like you say, it's not like, you know, we're compatible, and I love him, but, you know, you can switch it on and off. That's for me. And I was like, I can switch it on and off, and we can go our separate ways. And he was like, no, I don't want to. So, I mean, I guess yeah, I mean, and he's 24, and he's saying, you know, I had so much in front of me, I could do whatever I want, and I said, I know, you can, and you should. So, yeah, we are dream killers. And he's definitely rearranged his life because of me.
Well, this is different, though, because you haven't told him not to take these offers. You've told him to take them.
Yeah, I told him I'll move back. I told him, don't worry about me. I'll be fine. I'll be going to grad school. I'll be busy anyways. I'm starting grad school in fall 2006, you know, my PhD. And so I told him, I was like, I'll be busy, and, you know, I'll catch up with you after I get my PhD. And he was like, no, And we directly said, you know, Tom Leykis talks about dream killers. He's like, yes, I agree that you are one, but he's like, you know, your dreams have changed now and all that stuff. So on behalf of the females that listen, we are dream killers, no matter what they say, no matter, oh, no, honey, it's okay, you know. So we are, you know. And I also wanted to say on behalf of the females, we do go for below us on purpose. We do want the fixer-uppers. Yeah. The man I have now is not. He's definitely way above me. And I love that. I enjoy that. But I definitely, in high school and in college, we pick below us, so we become the victim.
Hey, ultimately, what do you do for a living, by the way?
I'm a counselor right now.
What are you planning on becoming?
I want my PhD. I want to be a police psychologist.
So if he continues to not take advantage of all the offers that are coming to him,
right,
one day you may surpass him and then get what you always had.
I'm already there. He definitely already realizes I'm smarter than him. I'm going, you know, he's got, I mean, he went to
let me ask you this question. Why would you want to be with someone who does not want to live up to his full potential?
He has great potential. He is amazing at what he does. I mean, I don't want to say the name where he works. I don't know if it's, but he's working on a huge movie video game. It was a trilogy. He's working on a video game for that now, and it's huge. He makes, you know, triple digits at what he does. I mean, and I will never make that, even with my PhD. But, I mean, we've liked each other for 7 years before he was ever in the money, so it was never for the money.
Right, but why would you want to be with someone who will not live up to his potential?
Because eventually we will. Eventually he'll take something. I want him to take something. I told him I'll move to him. I'll go. I want to get my degree at Sotheby's in London.
Does he understand that once he hits like 30 years old, he'll be considered too old to do that?
Yeah. I told him, I was like...
He's given up all these opportunities now that he may not have later in life?
I told him I will go to... I don't have to go to school in California. I can go to school in London. It's no problem. You make enough money to support, you know... He was like, you probably will have a hard time getting a job. I said, he wants to support me while I'm there. I said, I understand. You know, you can support me while I go to school. I will follow you wherever you go. You have enough money to support me. And he said he'll support me because I can follow him. So, but he's choosing to, you know, stay local for now. And the video game he's working on now is finishing up. It's, you know, going.
He's staying local because you're local.
Right. And I'm leaving myself completely open, but he still wants to stay. He still wants to, you know, he's a limbo what he wants to do. So, because of me. And so.
And you feel good about that?
I feel awful, and I've told him, you know, I've given him the option.
Well, maybe you need to take action.
No, because we've discussed it, and, you know, it's too, I've put too much, you know, I don't know, maybe we put too much on the line, but we've both said, we've both laid everything on the table. We're listeners of you. We said, you know, this is our options. You're only 24. I'm only 21. He knows, and he said, he's like, you have too much potential, you know, to be somewhere. So somebody's going to have to bend, and it's going to be me because, you know, I'm young. I only have my bachelor's, and I can go wherever I want to get my master's. So I told him I can go anywhere. Schools are everywhere. You know, jobs like what you're getting offered are not everywhere.
And they won't be around forever either. Well, good luck on that. Jesus. Rich on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
How you doing today, Tom?
I'm all right, Rich.
All right, man. I got a problem. I got a girl, man, that's trying to domesticate me. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And you know, my problem is I've been with her for 5 years, and you know, she kind of, you know, she's kind of taking my freedoms, man, because she doesn't allow me to go out and do the things I need to do, even though my responsibilities are paid, you know, my bills are paid, my responsibilities are fulfilled, you know. And, you know, I tried to sit down and explain this to her, you know.
What does she try to keep you from doing?
Right, you know, everything. Going to going to NASCAR or races or whatnot, you know, and, go ahead and take it out of there, man. I tried to invite her to do all this stuff with me, and she doesn't want to do it, but then when I go turn around and do it when I get invited, it's not right for me to go. You know what I'm saying? You know, I have my son, you know, my kid's full-time. I got a great job. I'm going back to school in the fall for electrical engineering, you know, and it's tough because, you know, I don't want to be stuck in a relationship where I don't have any say-so or control over what goes on, you know. And I don't know how to change that, man. You know, I mean, honestly, it's getting to the point where I don't think we need to be together, you know.
Yeah, have you told her that?
Well, I have, you know, we sat down and talked about it, but she's got a real limited amount of say in that, you know, where it's like selective memory and selective hearing. She doesn't want to listen to it, and she doesn't want to have anything to do with that.
Well, then you may just have to go.
Well, I may have to, you know, and it's like the other day, you know, man, I was listening to your show, and you were talking about women and where to pick up hot chicks. Man, I'll tell you where to pick up chicks at. The damn AA meetings, man.
Yeah, but that's where you get them, baby. That is where you get them. No doubt about it.
Tom Leykis. 1-800-5800-TOM. Tom Leykis. 1-800-5800-866.
Maybe I can be one of your interns.
Oh, you can be one of my interns any time, but we put you through a rigorous training.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right.
The Tom Leykis Show.
It's the Tom Leykis Show at 1-800-5800-TOM. Cindy on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hello.
Yes.
Is this Tom?
Oh, did you want to talk to Tom? Hold on, I'll get him for you. Oh, yeah, the Tom Leykis Show at 1-800-5800-TOM. Let's say hello here to Cindy on the Tom Leykis Show.
Hey, Tom, how's it going?
Great.
Yeah, going good?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I was just informed, my boyfriend, he was driving home from work, and he's like, oh, you got to listen to Tom, you got to listen to Tom. I'm like, who's Tom? He's like, oh, he's on 97.1, and I'm like, I've never even heard of that guy. So I went inside my living room and turned it on and was sitting there, and of course, you're funny. You are so funny. I was laughing my buns off.
Really?
Yeah. And I basically, you know what, have to really just disagree with you.
About what?
Oh, about everything and how women control and their men and, oh, how, you know, we're controlling and we want to degrade them.
There must be a reason your man thought you ought to tune in.
I'm sorry, what?
I said there must be a reason why your man thought you ought to tune in.
Oh, no, I told him, I said, oh, my God, I want to call him just so I can talk to him.
No, that couldn't be it.
Oh, yeah, it is it. Oh, yeah, definitely. So I was sitting there and thinking, you know what I could possibly say is that us women need to realize that we have everything between our legs that you guys want. And if all of us women just realize that if we just tuned you guys off...
But you never all turn us off at the same time. Every time you say no to your man, he gets it somewhere else. And if he's not getting it somewhere else, he needs to know that it is available to him from somewhere else.
I know. Well, that's all us women just need to get smart and just completely just...
But women will never... You know, women are competitive with each other. They will never all agree to do that at the same time. Never. Never. It's awfully quiet over there. Our email address is my name. It's Tom at blowmeuptom.com. Tom at blowmeuptom.com. Or you can call our comment line 24 hours a day. It's area code 310-842-9592. That's 310-842-9592.
The Tom Leykis Show.